Space, the final frontier. These are the adventures of Vendetta Online. Its 5-year mission to allow Daydream owners to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no Gear VR has gone before. Hi and welcome to this episode of Daydream District Discovers. In this episode I'm going to discover Vendetta Online. Vendetta Online is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game which has just launched for Daydream VR, and I can tell you directly here, it is awesome. My name is Sebastian and this channel is called Daydream District, bringing you the latest and greatest of Daydream VR. So if this is your first time here and you would like to stay up to date about anything Daydream VR, consider to subscribe. For the longest time there had only been short experiences for Daydream VR. Games were like 1 hour long, probably 2 hours, but that was it. There was no game that we could really sink our teeth into for hours and hours or even months to come. But all these changes now with Vendetta Online. As I've just mentioned, Vendetta Online is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. Now that is quite a mouthful. For those of you who don't know, what is a massive multiplayer online role-playing game? Well, basically it's a huge world where lots of players, like thousands of players, meet together in the same world and play the game together.
Okay, head over to
Vendetta Online has actually been around for years now. It was first launched in April 2002 and had been running continuously until this very point in time. So you can just imagine what kind of depth this game has. I myself have actually never played a massive multiplayer role-playing game myself, so this is my very first experience with this type of game, and I can only tell you I'm fascinated. I'm in it now since a couple of hours. I've only solved the very first training missions, but I can't stop to play. And the great thing is this game is only $2.99 and you can play this game, like I just mentioned, for months and probably years to come, and it's so much value for this kind of small money. But now let's simply check out Vendetta Online together.
Send in a target drone and see how you do. Destroy it.
And here we've just landed in my basic flight test. Now, what is a basic flight test? Well, you can imagine it as to be something like your driver's license for space. You need to pass this test in order to be allowed to go into the galaxy by yourself. You have to pass this test after you went through all the training missions where you learned all the basic controls of Vendetta Online. And now in this basic flight test, I have to prove that I am really worth it to play this game and that I really understood how the controls work. So in this particular part of this basic flight test, I have to destroy an enemy drone, and look at this, I'm doing it
Good job
here
there.
right now.
Now we're going to switch to combat drones, the ones with training weapons. We'll start with one. Take it out.
So this was a drone which doesn't fire back, but now I have to destroy a drone which will attack me as well. I'm playing the game now with a Daydream motion controller, and these controls work well enough. Actually, I don't have any problems playing with a Daydream motion controller. However, the developers suggest to play this with a gamepad instead for the full experience.
Okay, now here's 2 combat drones at once. Take them both out.
So here our basic flight test does get a bit harder now with 2 attack drones that I have to take out in order to pass this test. So let me tell you now how the controls work if you use the Daydream motion controller. It's very straightforward. In order to accelerate, touch up on the Daydream touchpad. If you want to decelerate or go backwards, touch down on the touchpad.
Okay, now we're going to spawn 4 more combat drones every 30 seconds. The 5th ship we spawn will not be a combat drone, it'll be the real thing, equipped with weapons that actually hurt you. You need to destroy all these ships, but be careful of the last one in particular. Press the button when you're ready.
Touching the touchpad on the right or left will actually make your ship move to the left or right as if you would be strafing, like in a first-person shooter. and your gaze determines in which direction you are flying. So these controls work very well. However, I did order a Bluetooth gamepad now so that I could experience the game just as the developers had in mind when they developed it. Now this gamepad is going to arrive next Monday, hopefully. And of course, I'm going to try out Vendetta Online with this gamepad, and I will let you know how the controls change when using a gamepad with Vendetta Online. Since this game had soft launched nearly a week ago, there's absolutely no other topic in the Daydream District community than Vendetta Online. We all love it, and we all share our experiences about this game online. So in the beginning of this game, you will play alone, just as I do here. You will have to learn how to fly, you'll have to pass the basic flight test. Afterwards, I'm going to go on my first mission and I'm going to show you that. But it's still alone. However, what I'm really looking forward to is to play with my friends online. What you can do is you can form guilds. So basically it's like you are a party of at least 10 people, and you will be exploring this space, this world together, and you will be on missions together. And well, there will even be epic space fights that you can only win if you bring your friends to this fight, because alone you simply will not be strong enough. And these epic space fights, I'm so much looking forward to play them in Vendetta Online with my friends, with my online friends, with the Daydream District community. Let me talk a bit about the heads-up display. On the right and left of the screen you can see radars. On the left the front, and on the right the rear. And here, if you click on your touchpad once, you will see the next enemy highlighted in red. So it's always easy to find the next enemy that you have to go for. In order to destroy that enemy, you will fly towards them, and once you have them in the crosshairs, your spaceship will fire automatically. So you don't have to actually actively fire. Your ship is going to actively, automatically, I want to say, destroy the enemy by shooting at them. Of course, as the game progresses, you will get better weapons and better ships, but you have to level up first. So what you see here right now is the very basic spaceship and the very basic weapons, and you will get this ship for free in each of the space stations here in this Vendetta Online universe. So later, with doing missions, you will earn credits, and with these credits you can get better ships with much more cargo room to go on more bigger missions, and so on and so forth. So here I'm still in the very beginning, only scratching the surface of what Vendetta Online has to offer. So now I only have to destroy one more drone, and then I will have finished this flight test, this basic flight test, and we can go on the very first mission together here in Vendetta Online, and this will give you a good idea of what this game is about, at least early in this game.
Congratulations! You've passed the basic flight status test. You are ready to take on the universe. Or, at least ready to come back and celebrate. Return to Itan J11, Armin's diligence, and we'll wrap things up when you get here.
Great, so now I can show you how to navigate. You go to the menu, go to navigation, and here's the map of this sector, and I choose J11 as I have to go to sector J11. Here, I click here, and well, then I can click on jump, and automatically I will travel to this sector. So now here I'm back in sector I10J11. This at least is my home base, because in the very beginning I had to choose one of 3 factions, and I chose the Itani, and this is their home world. In order to finish this mission, this basic flight test, I have to dock back into the space station, and I'm now going to show you how to do that. So basically you're simply flying towards the space station, and here is the entry. I'm going to fly a bit slower to hit it, and here you can see how simple it is to dock into the space station.
Great job out there. We're happy to give you your official basic flight status certification. Along with this, you also receive enough experience to bring you up level 1 in both combat and light weapons. This will gain you access to new weapons and ship types. We're also giving you a 5,000 credit reward for passing. You should see a new accomplishment appear under the character menu. From here, we suggest you take any advanced training missions you find, and begin making your own way in the galaxy. Good luck. Click the button to finish the mission.
Perfect, I couldn't have told you this any better. So now I have access to advanced training missions and actually to my very first missions at all that will lead me out into the galaxy. And I'm going to show you now one of these first missions, and we're going to do it together. Now in this particular mission I have to deliver a data pad from my space station to another space station. So this here is the summary, and now I can choose to accept or to decline this particular mission, and of course I'm going to accept it now.
Glad to be working with you, Lord Somnus. I'm the government representative assigned to tasks like this. Every once in a while we have some secure data, items or other goods that we need to have quickly shipped somewhere, and we keep a list of couriers to help us with such tasks. We post the job to the mission boards and see who answers. Most of these jobs are only available to people who have done work for us before, and have been vetted by our security staff. This being a relatively trivial job, it's available to newcomers like you, but if all goes well it could open up a lot of new opportunities. Today, we need you to take this datapad to a nearby station, Itan N5, Omida Meditation. When you reach that location, they will give you another pad with data for us. We could exchange this data over the comm channels, of course, but industrial espionage is a concern. We have added the outbound datapad to your inventory. It is listed as a blank datapad for added security. Double check that it is loaded on your ship, and launch when ready.
In this menu you can actually see how the ship looks like that I'm flying right now, and it's the cheapest ship. It's for free for everybody who starts with the game. Now let me check the inventory if we have this blank data pad loaded. So I have to go through the menus here now. Actually I also still have to get accustomed to how this works. However, the tutorial is really good and they will teach you everything. So now item details, blank data pad, here it is. So what I have to do now, I have to load this onto my ship, and you can do so on the right. There should be a menu. Yeah, I'm still looking for it right now here, but I'm going to find it soon. No, there was the wrong button, of course. Here's some more, here, all kind of things that you can set here in the settings. But I only want to find the place where I can load and unload stuff onto the ship. Yeah, and here we are. So, blank data pad, loaded into the ship, and now I'm ready to go. On the bottom right, there's the launch button, and it launches me out of the space station right into space. Now I have to navigate to my destination. However, unfortunately, I kind of forgot where I have to go. So I have to find again the mission log. The mission log tells me exactly what I have to do. So now I'm looking for this mission log right now, and by clicking on the add button you will get to this menu, and you can choose the mission log and read up that I have to go now to item N5. So let's find item N5, here N5, and go back to the universe. So in order to beam yourself to this other sector, you have to be at least 3,000 meters away from your space station. So that's why first here I have to fly away now, away from the space station, and only once I have reached those 1,500, I think it's miles, not meters. Once you're 3,000 miles away from the space station, then you can do this jump, and here on the top you can already see the jump point. You should fly towards this jump point, and it will also show you how many miles you still have to go. And then once you have reached the right distance, you can touch on your touchpad twice and you will make the jump to your destination sector. So here I still have around 1,000 miles to go, and once I have reached the jump point, I will double touch the touchpad and I will jump to the destination, to I-10 and 5, and now I'm going to go there. So here we are in I-10 and 5, and just in front of me is the little space station, my destination for this trip. I have to dock there now and give them the data pad with the data that they want to have. So let's fly closer to this space station. On the radar on the left you can see the S. This means I can dock there. So let's get a bit closer and we should see the entry here again. Looks just the same like the one in item J11, and I simply fly inside.
All 1x blank data pads delivered successfully. Excellent job, Lord Somnus. Yes, it may seem a bit silly, running data pads across a system, but the job can sometimes get very exciting and dangerous to your health. Since you're new, we'll keep you to the safer routes. As you gain experience and we get to know you better, we may offer you some of the riskier jobs. For now, please take this other data pad back to I-10 J11, Armin's Diligence. Thanks.
Great, so the first part of this mission is done, but they gave me another data pad and I simply have to bring it back to my home station on item J11 to finish this job. And let me just do this. Let's have a look around here in this sector of the universe. But yeah, let's go home. Let's go to item J11, deliver this data pad, and also with delivering this data pad, let's finish this thorough hands-on of the very first mission that will give you a good glimpse on what this Vendetta Online is all about. Even though, as I told you, we're simply scratching on the surface here. This is still the very beginning, teaching you about how to play this game. And once I'm deeper into it, once I'm deeper into this game and once I'm playing together with friends in guilds, I will definitely do another hands-on and I will definitely do a full review of this game as well. But so far, this is what I can show you, and I am fascinated by this game. It is incredible. Let's get back to the space station now. Again, I'm moving towards one of the entry points to the space station. We'll fly inside to finish up this first mission. Okay, that was wrong. That was the exit. So now I have to find the entry, which should be above. So don't fly into the exit, go fly to the entry point, to the gate here. Here it is. Yeah, do find those blue arrows, they will lead you to the right entry.
All 1x blank data pads delivered successfully. Well done, Lord Somnus. That's all for now. Check the boards for more jobs we may make available to you.
So this is Vendetta Online, a game that you simply have to check out. Unbelievable value for $2.99, and actually the wet dream of any science fiction fan. The game is available for only $2.99 and you should absolutely get it from the Daydream Play Store now. And that's it for this episode of Daydream District Discovers. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If yes, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to Daydream District yet, do so now. Keep on daydreaming and see you in the next video.